This is the new tutorial. It is a sunset look. Please stay tuned to see how I did it. Okay, so we're gonna start off first by priming the eye using my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. You want to blend that out really well. So that's what it should look like. I'm going to be using a couple different palettes here today, but you can just follow along by matching the colors to whatever you have that's closely that closely resembles the color that I'm using. So we're going to start with a really bright yellow, and it's sort of like a primary yellow. So if you have Max Chrome Yellow, you can go ahead and use that, or even your 120 palette has a really nice bright yellow. And you want to apply that along the inner third of the eye, not higher than your crease. Again, I'm using a pencil brush just so I can control where that color goes. So the second color we're going to be using is a deep orange color. That's like this one here. Okay, so I'm going to use a nice flat shader brush to apply that along the second third, the middle third of my lid, and blend it into that yellow just a little. Again, still not going higher than the crease. So I'm going in with a, this is a concentrated crease brush, and I'm just dipping a little bit of red, any sort of red that you have. This is from my 88 matte palette, and I'm using the bottom red, but any deep red that doesn't really have a very pink hue to it would work. And I'm going to just create an outer V, bringing it up into the crease. So it should look like that. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and go in with a nice fluffy brush, and I'm going to blend all those colors that we have already put down, sort of soften their effect. So I'm going in using my flat shader brush again. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of purple. You can use the one from the 120 palette, from the 88 matte palette that's directly next to the red that we've just used. And you can use a concentrated brush, a pencil brush, or any stiff tip brush, because we want to kind of control where we place this color, and we're going right along the last third of the eye, sort of in between where that V, the red outer V, and the purple, the orange color is. So that's where we want to place this purple. Okay, so we're going to pick up a little bit of that same purple, and we're going to run it just under our lower lash line, along the first half of the lower lash line. I'm going to be picking up a duochrome. Actually, it looks white but it actually reflects gold. If you don't have anything like that, just use a regular gold, or you can even use just like a frosted white, but something to give a little bit of sheen. I'm using this color from my Starry palette, and I'm picking that up on a small brush and just applying it on the inner corner of my eye for a little bit of highlight. And I'm going to just take a little bit of that as well and bring it in on my lower lash line to meet that purple. So just go in with your fluffy brush and blend out that purple that you put there. Everything's supposed to look very well blended together and very cohesive. No color should be more outstanding than the other. And so that's what it should look like. And for my highlight, I am going to pick up a little bit of that same duochrome that I've used on the inner tear duct. And just go ahead and go right up underneath that brow bone and bring it down onto that red just a little. So the last thing we're going to do, you're going to take any blue liner. You can choose a gel liner, you can use a pencil liner, and we are going to use a nice angled brush, or you can use a smudge brush. Here I'm using a smudge brush and just a Jordana eyeliner in Sapphire. And I'm going to really smudge that blue color on the top lash line and along my lower waterline. You just want a hint of that blue. It's not supposed to really be overpowering, which is why I'm not using the liner directly on my eye. Okay, so you're going to start along the outer edge and really smudge the liner into the lash line. The same liner on my waterline. Now, blue liners are famous for smudging all over the place. So if you're using a pencil liner or anything that's really creamy, go ahead and dip your brush in a little bit of dark blue eyeshadow and set that line. And lastly, I am going to be curling my lashes and applying mascara. So I'm going to do so. I've gone on and applied my mascara to my eyes. For the rest of my face, I used Sasha's Next to Natural blush on my cheeks, the apples of my cheeks, and blended it backwards. You don't want something that's very heavy, so that's why I chose a very nude, lightly peach pink sort of blush. Barely anything there. I've actually gone ahead and used the duochrome eyeshadow that I've used along the inner part of my eye and as a highlight. I've applied just a little of that right here as a highlight to my cheeks. And for my lips, I have used the e.l.f. Lip primer. I primed it out to get rid of the pigment in my lips and just use a really nude gloss to nude the lips, because anything else that you use that's brightly colored will actually take away from the eyeshadow that you have on. So this is NYX Gloss and it's whipped, number 28. So that's it for now.